WallzP, the NBA season's here.
What's
How you
going
feeling?
on, June?
I'm
Yo, I was
cool.
waiting for the NBA season. Don't get me wrong, I'm an NFL head, but I love the NBA. So let's get it.
Oh, you like NFL more than NBA?
To be honest, my number one sport is tennis.
Tennis, nice. Who you
As
got?
surprising as it is. As
Who's
far as what?
tennis? Who's your number one?
Tennis?
Nadal? No.
Nah, I'm not. I like Nadal, but I'm not. Nadal made his career off of Roland Garros, the French Open. That's where he won most of his championships. So I can't. Yes, you could put him on Mount Rushmore, but
Roger,
I like Roger more because Roger won it
that's
in
my
all
boy.
different. But the guy who's the GOAT right now, Novak Djokovic. He has the
Okay,
most Grand Slam titles, period.
you told me that before. I really didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
And he
Roger
just
Federer more.
he just won the last one, and I think he's up to like 25. Roger got 22. Nadal got 23.
Oh,
So
well,
gotta give it to Novak.
all right, then
But
he's the
yeah,
GOAT, huh?
yeah, he's the GOAT, man, and he's still going. He got like a good 2 or 3 more years left in him. So
Wow.
hey, it is what it is, man.
No, that takes us to Giannis. How you feel about Giannis saying Bron is the GOAT of the NBA?
Look, I can't be mad at it because he's playing in the era with LeBron James. And for me, where I stand, Jordan is A1, LeBron is J one A Jordan is 1A, LeBron is
Mhm.
1B.
You see how God wouldn't let you say that blasphemous statement? Did you notice it?
Look, you asked my opinion, dog. Yo, why people act like 1B is like that much of a disrespect? Like, you know how many players played in the NBA, and for you to be 1A and 1B, like, yo,
Let
that
me ask you this.
that speaks volumes.
Let's say your babies, or any of
Uh-huh.
your babies told you, you're my second favorite dad. Do you care that you're number two?
If they put it as 1A, 1B,
Yes,
I'm
you're
good with
one
that.
B.
If I'm stepdad,
No, you're not stepdad. You are who you are.
uh-huh. But
You're one B though to them. Like, yo, my coach is
as
one
far as
A.
okay. I'll be
You
like, if you felt like that was a role model as far as like for your sports or whatever, this, that, and the third, it is what it is. As long as these you succeed, I'm happy.
well,
As
you're a
long as
great man.
you're productive and reach that Mount Rushmore, hey, now I may go out my way to try and push to work my way to A1, but I'm not gonna be mad at that.
I feel you, but I know I would be hurt and I would hate it, to be honest.
Hurt? Really?
Yo, if my child told me, my coach is the favorite man in my life. You're my second though, pops. Why wouldn't I be hurt? I failed them. I'd feel like,
Here's the only way I would be hurt.
mhm.
Because before I could actually be hurt, I would have to ask him, why am I second? And if he then tells me, yo, because you deprived me of this and you don't commute, like if he give me specific reasons and I could sit and acknowledge that, I'm like, yo, damn, I did do that. I gotta eat that. That means I gotta do better.
Mm. I,
Like, yo, that you feel me? That means that means I failed. I gotta do better. I need to step my game up.
and you saying you'd be good with it. That's what you're trying to make us believe.
Here's the thing. Of course, it would hurt me
Sting.
a little bit inside or sting, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, if this guy is on the route to prosperity, I'm still gonna be happy for him. Because at the end of the day, my job as a parent was to make him reach or assist them to get to prosperity. You
Facts.
know? So of course it would sting. Of course it would sting. But the NBA isn't LeBron's dad.
No, but that was his
You know
life.
what I mean?
That's his life goal. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it
his
was.
freedom.
It is his life. But come on, LeBron. I would be hard pressed to think LeBron would find being one B an insult
I mean, I
because it's
would.
not. It's okay. I guess as an athlete with the competitive nature, that's possible. But I'm not knocking Giannis because think about it. The people that came before Jordan, they're going to say, yo, Kareem was the GOAT, whatever. The people that played with Jordan in his era, they're going to say Jordan's the GOAT. So Giannis, of course, is going to say, yo, I played with, just like when LeBron was in his early career and Kobe was at his prime, people that played along Kobe was probably like, yo, Kobe, you know, got that GOAT status. So if you played alongside of him, of course you're going to say, because you're like, I witnessed this. I'm literally looking at this, you know, right before my eyes.
Yeah, but a lot of people hate. A lot of people hate on LeBron, like that plays with him.
But I don't. Yeah, but I don't hate on LeBron. I know he's great. Like I said, this guy freaking took a. This guy took a freaking a squeegee, a pail, and a mop to the finals. You feel me? So I can't hate on LeBron. LeBron is a phenomenal player. He's like I said. If you make an argument saying LeBron is the best, is the GOAT, you have a solid argument. So I like I said, whether you put him at 1A or 1B, Jordan 1B and him 1A, it is what it is. But I just know those two are the greatest basketball players to ever play. That I will say.
Even after what happened last night?
Oh! You talking about this thing right here?
Down low. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 6. Makes the feed.
Even after that.
But you know what? Didn't Allen Iverson break Jordan's ankles?
That's a good point.
You feel me? It happens all the time in NBA. It happens to the best of them.
Even Reggie did
part of the game,
though. Reggie Jackson stepped on him too.
He did, but it happens to the best of them, man. Do you remember that time when they said LeBron was playing like in a pickup game and somebody dunked on him or something like that, and they like tried to confiscate the footage or whatever the case may be? Did you hear about that? Yeah. So it happens to the best of us, man. And think about that. If people was hating on LeBron, they would be throwing that in his face every time. Nobody does that because they know the man is great.
That's true.
See? Yeah. I give him his props. I give him his due.
No, I don't think you be hating, to keep it real with you. I don't think you hate on LeBron. I don't think so.
I will give you that. People do hate on him, but I think the reason why they hate on him is because he's that great he's just as great as Michael. And people who are Michael fans, I'm a Michael fan too. They want to do everything possible to say, no, he is not equal to Michael. So it's that little hate that kicks in.
It's because LeBron's killer will. It just, sometimes he's disappearing. It's like Jordan just didn't care. Jordan just want to win. He don't care who he stepped on. He don't care who he hurt. He just want to win. Think about it. LeBron wasn't raised with a pop. So for him, he want to be accepted. MJ didn't care. He had his pops with him. So he's like, I don't care. I was born to be a man. So I kind of understand it too.
Facts. And here's the thing too, like, because we had debates and discussions about this all the time. And the thing that definitely did stick out to me that I gotta give you your props on is LeBron literally did it with no-name coaches. You got to give. Now, they're not bums, but you get like compared to the coaches Jordan had, like it's like comparing apples to oranges. So it like he has a phenomenal basketball IQ to do what he did, and the longevity that he did also. So like I said, to me, those are the two greatest basketball players that live. Even though he got his ankles broken last night, whatever this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, and the man got his ankles broken at 39. Like, come on. No, I mean, like, yo, that he's right now. One would say he's a geriatrics basketball player. You feel me? Like
that boy is he old now.
I mean, yeah. But he's getting it. You know what I mean? He's getting it. So it is what it is, man.
How you feel about last night's game? Because here's the thing: dating back since Kobe's Lakers, they always lose the first game, right? And do you think that hurts? Like, do you think yesterday's game make them look like they're not going to do anything this year, or do you think they still have a chance, like a real chance against the Nuggets and Phoenix and them? Do you think they have a real chance or not?
here's the thing, because I know AD was catching flack for him not scoring a point in the second half.
He should have.
But what I think it is the scheme that they had for him to play was for him to capitalize on taking the outside shots.
Who's
Because
him? Oh, AD?
AD, yeah, because the defenders are going to be hesitant to go out on the post, go out on the outside, like the the baseline, pretty much scared that LeBron will run to the basket, get an inside hoop or whatever, or a dunk or a lay,
Saying.
and AD would capitalize with the outside shots, setting up mismatches. It just so happened the shots didn't fall that night.
But
It didn't fall.
Whoa, that's a terrible plan.
It is a terrible plan, but that's what the coach had, the game plan that he had or whatever. But even though he was off, they didn't lose that bad.
They didn't, but that was disappointing. Like, LeBron was balling and they kept them out the fourth quarter, really. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's a long season. I'm not gonna throw the panic button off the first game of the season, especially against Denver. That's a well-oiled machine, like, come on, they're the champs. They're a well-oiled machine, and we know they're a well-oiled machine. Think about it. You got what's his name, Murray is now healthy,
that boy,
so
man.
he's playing at his peak, so I'm not going to hold you against Denver. Now, if you told me they went out and did this against the Hawks or something like that, then
we gonna see the Hawks.
Yeah, you feel me? So I'm going to be like, dang, that was kind of, I don't know, man. But we talking about the champs here, and the way Denver's looking, it looked like they have a good chance to repeat.
Oh, wow.
Because they're that. Don't get me wrong. The West is stacked, though. The West is stacked.
But wait, do you think, here's the thing, do you think LeBron's getting help? Like, he's getting help from his guys or nah? Just looking at
because everybody else on the team shot for 54%.
Who's everybody
else?
Second
half.
Oh, but you saying second half, like Cam Reddish and how they call him, Christian Wood, besides Torrey Prince, were the only people really doing anything.
Yes, but if AD would have hit half of his shots, you would have got a different outcome.
But AD said he's ready to carry the torch. Like, to me, that's disappointing. Like, you said you're ready to carry the torch, and you let LeBron come out and do that, and you did nothing. I don't know.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, right? So this is game one.
Okay.
So if the next 20, 30 games or so, AD is averaging 28 or 30 points, 9 or 10 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Okay.
We're not even going to think about this game anymore.
No, but we're going to be every game. We're going to be waiting for that AD to come back. We're going to be like, let's see, is it this game? Every game, because of the first game, we're going to be waiting for AD to revert back to always disappointing. And like, come on, that.
To be honest with you, man, I think what we see in AD is what we're going to continue to see, which is greatness in spurts. I think it's going to be because he's older now.
Older? Didn't you mention 39-year-old LeBron going 10 for 16?
Yes, but LeBron James didn't have injury issues. AD always had injury issues. That's the difference. So whereas LeBron James 39, his body is physically younger when it comes to attrition than AD. You feel me?
Good point.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, yo, man, I don't know if I think he can do it in spurts, but when he does ball out, he's gonna show out, definitely. But I don't know, man. I don't see it on a consistent basis. I see him like how Harden right now is one game he's lights out, then he comes back to normal, whatever. So yeah, man, I'll be surprised if I see him ball out like MVP status.
So you think the old AD is gone? What was it? Was it the Pelicans he used to play for?
Yeah. And even the first year with the Lakers.
Oh yeah,
he was balling. He was balling. Yeah, he was balling. But I'll be surprised if I see him, go back to form. I'll be surprised, man.
That's sad.
Don't get me wrong. Even that level of AD, he's still a good player.
I
Because
mean,
he had an off night and he put up 17.
it was 17. Well,
Yeah, he put up 17 and he had an off night.
I
Most
mean,
players
he
off
won
night
30.
be single digits and it'd be like 5 for 25, something
Yeah.
like that or whatever. So, but the saving grace is even though he's off, he has the capability of doing other things like blocking, rebounding,
But
stuff like that or whatever.
he's getting eaten up yesterday, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatchamacallit, Joker, man. This guy looks like he could barely freaking jump off a curb, but yet he gets that ball in the basket, yo. He gets that ball in the basket. Whew. I wish he was on my Knicks, man.
I mean, everybody wish he was on. I'm a Kings fan, so I don't even say anything anymore.
Yeah. How do you feel with your Kings though? Do you think they're going to be all right this year?
I don't even follow them. Put it that way. I still will be a fan. I will never not be a Kings fan, but I don't want to set myself up for disappointment.
But you know what though? Everybody say like that's a young team that has promise. Like when you play them, it's a tough out. It's a tough out.
I hear it. I hear that, but Donahue, what was that ref? Tim Donahue, whatever.
Yeah.
He stole a ring from us back when we played the Lakers. After that, I feel like we're never going to win a ring. That's how, and I shouldn't feel that way. That's a loser's mindset, but I feel like a loser. I'm a Kings fan. That's what I picked, man.
I can't say that because that's how I feel about my New York Giants. I'm like, so
you know what I mean? So, y'all won. Y'all at least won. I think you're going to be like the Knicks. But y'all looking good.
2-5. Like, come on, man. We got spanked by Dallas. Like,
I feel you.
We got and I paid Daniel Jones all this money. Tyrod Taylor's looking better than freaking Daniel Jones. Like,
he's better though.
Yeah, he is. In my opinion, he is.
Yeah,
he is. Yep.
So the Nuggets are looking like the favorites to you or no? Like this year's favorites.
I think Suns is gonna give them a challenge.
The Suns.
Yes, because the Suns have Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I get that, but
you're talking KD, Bradley Beal, and Booker. So if any one of them is having a night off, the other two can put up 30 easily.
That's the same thing they said about Brooklyn, though. No?
Yeah, but the thing with Brooklyn, the thing with Brooklyn was they never really got a chance to be on the court together. You're talking AD had the ACL, covering from the ACL or whatever, this, that, and the third. Kyrie was out because he didn't get the jab. James Harden was in and out of the lineup. So they literally played 9 games together or something like that. All 3 of them on the court. And when they did play games with all 3 of them on the court, they was destroying teams. They was undefeated, if I'm not too sure. So it's just a matter of what's up.
So the facilitator you see is Book. Like Book is gonna be the facilitator.
Book is the point.
That's gonna run him tired though. Like doing that through the whole season.
It may, but when you got 2 dogs at you that you could dish the ball out to, and they can literally get the ball and facilitate on their own in ISO, and then you got a marksman like KD who's efficient, it kind of makes it easier for you, where even if you're burnt out, you can kind of coast a bit. You can, do a little bit coasting. And here's another thing too. I know everybody talk about DeAndre Ayton. I honestly feel that Nurkic, whatever his name, Nurkic, is a better fit, because when DeAndre Ayton don't get the ball and stuff, he's a frustrated player and he messes up the chemistry. So Nurkic, I believe, is a better fit for the offense because he doesn't need to have the ball to be effective.
He definitely can't jump off a curb. I mean, jump up a curb.
Yeah. But I mean, he's solid. He'll give you a double-double. He'll give you 10 and 10.
Well, we
But
going.
but that's all. But that's all you need from him with Bill, KD, and Booker. Like you don't. All I want you to do is put the ball back and defend the basket.
But what's
Just
making you
give me
think
that.
KD still gonna be KD though? Like we haven't seen KD ball like that. Like
Because a marksman,
we'll always have that skill.
yes, because he never relied on athleticism. It's kind of like Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller never relied on athleticism. The dude played,
Nah, he kind of did.
forever.
Yo, he was always running around for like he was running around like he was Steph Curry.
And remember his last year in the playoffs before he retired?
I could barely remember that.
Reggie Miller, that series was lights out. The team let him down. He was the one that was knocking shots down and kept paces in the game, but he couldn't do it on his own. Like you could tell he was fighting through tooth and nails at his old age, and everybody was like, yo, this guy's going out like a champion, yo. So that's why I'm saying even at even Ray Allen. Ray Allen didn't rely on athleticism. He played for a long time and he left the game, but he was contemplating coming back because he still could have balled.
That's true.
So
see, Ray Allen is a better point because he wasn't doing what Reggie was running all over the place.
Yeah, he was. But I mean, the dude was like a $150 soaking wet too. So now I mean, you can carry that light featherweight around like that.
That's all day. That's all day.
Facts, facts. But yeah, I get what you're saying because I think he retired at like 37, 38 or something like that. I could be wrong, but I believe so. But yeah, man, because Golden State, I see them going to the playoffs and everything like that. And granted, Draymond Green didn't play last night, but them not having Beal kind of offsets that. That's how I feel. I feel it kind of offsets it.
And it was still a game, though.
It was still a good game. It definitely was. For Golden State to have a chance at the title, Klay Thompson has to be Klay, the old Klay. That's the way I see them accomplishing it.
But you didn't see they was trying to get Chris Paul. It seemed like they was trying to get Chris Paul acclimated to, not really to the system, but like, all right, let's see what he does and let's just ride off of him. And that was slowing them down. To me, that was slowing them down.
It was. Like, to be honest, if you want Chris Paul to be effective, give him like 15 to 20 minutes a night.
That's it, 15, I say.
Because if you give him that 15 to give, Steph Curry that rest that he need, it'll keep him fresh come the playoffs. Exactly. So if you can do that and you stay even keel, 50 games or whatever the case may be, and you avoid the play-in, that'll be beneficial for the Warriors. That'll give them a pretty good shot.
You think he should come off the bench?
Of course.
I dig it.
Of course. I don't think he should start. I do not think he should start at all. Because, I mean, as much as I want Chris Paul to get a ring, he's old, man. He's old now. Like, you could see it in his movement and the whole nine, man. Still a good player. Like, it's crazy because the point guard that I saw that was old, but still was effective as I don't know what.
Jason
Kidd. Yo! When he retired from the Knicks, because he played that year, whatever, he helped the Knicks out big time, and he wasn't even scoring like that. His IQ, Kidd is definitely one of the GOATs of being a point guard. Jason Kidd is definitely up there.
He is. And he, like you said, he was old. When he was on the Mavericks, he just became a shooter. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Remember Young Kid? I'm not trying to go off topic, but remember Young Kid? How he just run full speed? Boom. He was nice.
You know what cracked me up was the way he shot his free throw. He was blowing kiss. My brother was like, "Yo, imagine you do that with your wife every time before y'all get intimate." I was like, yo, ain't no way in hell, man.
Hey, yo, that was his ritual.
Yeah, I know, right? I was
Wait,
like, yo, you stupid, Joe. But it was funny. But yeah, that was definitely his ritual. That was definitely his ritual, man. But what was you gonna say?
no, I was going. I'll let you go because I was going to jump on Iggy.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. All right. You want to see what Iguodala had to say, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what Iguodala had to say.
And if we agree.
What? That I think that Larry Bird might be in my starting five.
Okay.
After 400 years of oppression, like I took every African American history studies class, and so that rubs off a little bit in my conversation sometimes.
I understand.
And I have to be cautious. Now that I'm going in the business world, I have to be very cautious because I tend to just say what I want too much. But like how good was Larry Bird that I think he's that good?
Well, he's certainly a top 10 player ever. I think that's indisputable. The question is he a top 5 player?
All right. How do you feel about that? Larry Bird being top 5.
Top 5 player?
Yes.
I would put him as a top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah, I think top 10. Because
you go. You say it.
It's the fact that when you look at the era comes into play, whatever, but the era he was playing, he was killing it. Now, granted, he did have a squad, but Larry Bird was a marksman, man. For him to be a power forward, that dude was a marksman. He was the 80s version of a Tim Duncan, but as a 3-point threat, because he was fundamentally sound.
Who, Bird?
That's what they call Tim Duncan, the big fundamentals. You know what I mean? Like the big fundamental. Bird, yeah.
Would you pick him before Duncan? If you was picking teams, would you pick Bird before you pick Duncan?
Larry Bird in his prime or Tim Duncan?
You got one spot left. Would you pick Larry Bird or Tim Duncan? And it don't matter who else you got on the team. It don't matter what position you need. Are you picking Larry Bird over Tim Duncan? You got one position to fill.
I think I would.
You would.
Because that 3-point threat, man. Okay. What era of league are we talking about? If we're talking about in the 80s or so, I'm picking Tim Duncan because big men were valuable and it was a big man's game. So I would give Tim Duncan because Tim Duncan, man, within that perimeter, this guy wasn't missing with his bank shots. But if you're talking this era where threes is threes is basically layups now, I would have to go with Bird.
Yeah, but let me just say this real fast. I know that's your pick. You're going with Bird, but Bird at the 3-point line, as slow as he is, I get it. The Joker, he made some threes. I get it. But Bird at the 3-point line in this era, come on. Like, he's not Wemby. He's not like 10 feet tall. Who's going to be scared? Like, come on.
He's not. But if I'm going to give Bird the talent of being a top 10 player, then I also got to put it in my mind that you would adapt with the times. So if you're in your prime, I feel like for you to be a top 10 player or whatever, top 15, I got to honestly feel that you would update and evolve with the times of the NBA. And I honestly feel Bird would be a player that would be able to update with the times, especially the fact that he's a marksman.
You don't think Duncan would have done that too?
Yeah, Duncan would, but
he took the Suns out with a 3-pointer. Like, try to remember that. He took them out.
No, I get that. I'm not taking nothing away from the big fundamental at all. Tim Duncan was that dude. But yeah, I would have to go with Larry, man. I'd have to go with Larry Bird, man.
Holy smoke.
It's a tough decision, but I'd have to go with Bird.
Would you take him over Kobe then? Because maybe you would.
Nah, I'll take Kobe over him.
How about Wilt Chamberlain and them? Shaq? Like, who else would you take Bird over? So I could throw up. Kareem?
I would take.
If you say LeBron, you know now both you hate him.
Of course not. Of course not. Like, I would take him over the Scottie Pippins of the world. I would take him over Allen Iverson.
No, we're not even going that deep. We're not going that deep. Yeah. No.
I would
Robertson, right?
I'll take him over Oscar.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So he's top 10. I dig it.
Yeah, I would take him. But as far as like the Kareems, the Wilts, the Shaquille O'Neal, it's tough. It's tough though, because like I said, depending on the era is where I would take him. But Tim Duncan is that dude, man. If you just ask me straight up, like, name my top 10, I would put Duncan over him. I would put Duncan over him as the complete player. Okay. I believe Duncan is a better complete player. You're talking rebounding, shot blocking, all of that stuff. He's the complete player. But if I gotta pick a player based on the era, that's how I would make my pick. But Bird, don't get me wrong, Bird was nice.
Let me ask you, do you think a white person will ever be in the GOAT discussion?
Put it like this. If the Nuggets went, put it like if the Nuggets went right now from last year, from last year, they repeat the next 5-6 years.
Wow.
Bruh, you gotta put him in there, man.
Why would you have to put him in there?
The man is a 7-foot LeBron. A walking triple double. Of course, his defense isn't as nice, but what big man have you ever seen do what this guy's doing?
Wait, he's not a 7-foot LeBron. He's a 7-foot Luka Doncic. Not because he does not have that athleticism. You're
right. Thanks for correcting me on that. But what big man did you ever see do that?
Do what?
None. What Joker's doing? None.
Give Wemby time. Give Wemby time. I had no faith in Wemby until I seen him play the Warriors, and I'm like, what is happening?
I hear you, but as of right now,
I dig it.
I can go by what has been accomplished.
I dig it.
Like LeBron, we all said, yo, he's gonna be amazing, but we didn't think he was gonna be still playing at 39. Like,
nah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, let it develop. If Wemby, get to that pinnacle, I bet then you got the reins. But yo, man, if you go to the next 5-6 years, man, like, nobody's ever done that. We get it. Jordan won 6 in a row, whatever, but there was a 2-year gap. But bro, 6 in a row. Heck, we get on Brady for what he did. Like, we're, you know what I mean? We're like, yo, Brady's the GOAT for what he did. So it's like, and he's the leader of the team. He leads them in every statistical stat, like as far as like, the triple double when it comes to the assists, the rebounding, the point. Like, he leads them in all the major categories.
I dig that.
How could you not be in the conversation?
I mean, that's unbelievable though to me. That's
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Do I see it happening? No. But could he be in the conversation
if that happened? Yes. But like they say, if an if was a, you know what I mean, we'd all be drunk.
Even if the Nuggets, let's just say, win 5 rings in 10 or 11 years, he still will be in the discussion. Not, I wouldn't say GOAT, but they would say, yo, he's on Mount Rushmore.
I could all right, Mount Rushmore I could agree with, but I don't see them allowing him to pass like the greats.
LeBron and Jordan. No,
not even
no.
LeBron and Jordan. I don't even see them allowing him to pass like a Shaq. I don't see them allowing him that high. Maybe it's all for hate. But
you might be right. But for me, I would have to give him that status, yo. Because like, even though you look at Shaq and the dominance he did, Joker still usurps them in so many other categories. It's ridiculous.
Would you pick Joker over Shaq? Jesus! He's thinking about it. Cause.
Yes, I would.
Oh, I knew you was gonna say it.
You know why?
Because you want to lose?
No. Joker won the ring with the with the course that he hid at, like with the course of the team that he did. So with the course of the team that he did.
What you mean by that?
Meaning him and Murray, the quality of the team. Shaq couldn't do it when he had Penny Hardaway, who was in his prime. Shaq couldn't do it. Joker's young.
No, but Joker's been in. Shaq was really young. Like and
Joker's young too.
Look, let me use your guy. Shaq definitely went up against Michael Jordan when he was young. Now this was MJ in his prime. So who like Hakeem is
who played like 10 games at the end of the season?
Still
who came back from a 2-year hiatus?
Yeah, and he lost. I think he lost that. He lost. MJ lost that year.
Yeah. He lost that series. Yeah,
but after that, Shaq had no chance.
No, not at all. So so here's the thing. But when Jordan retired, Shaq still went to the Lakers, a Lakers team that had Eddie George, Nick Van Exel, Eldon Campbell, Rick Fox, a young Kobe Bryant. And even when Kobe got to his prime, they still didn't win. So Phil Jackson came there. Joker did this with the squad that he has. He didn't need a legendary coach to come in to make it happen.
Oh my jeez! But look, put it this way, because
do I make a good argument at least?
No, you do. You do. That's why I'm going to lead an argument. I'm gonna let that because I get it. Shaq played himself, man. But the time
I'm using your argument against you with the LeBron and the coaches, right?
Yeah. But you see, I didn't even argue it. When you said it, there was no argument right there. I left that. But I see it now. I don't know how you're going to answer this question.
Okay.
This is the final question I got to ask.
All right.
With the way the NBA is going, it seemed like it's more skill than athleticism.
Okay.
Do you believe there will ever be a woman, and I'm talking about, no offense to transgenders, I'm talking about a real like female, one who was born a female. Do you think one of them will ever be in the NBA?
There was a woman that actually was drafted into the NBA. I forgot what her name was. But she didn't play one game. This was like way back in the day. Like you talking black and white TV. I forgot. Matter of fact, we got the internet in front of us. First woman drafted in the NBA. Her name was Lucia Harris.
Wow.
In 1977 NBA draft, the New Orleans Jazz selected 6'3" center out of Delta State University with the 137th pick. Let me share the screen so that we can see exactly what I'm looking at.
So they drafted a woman.
Yeah, see, Lucia Harris. That's her.
Share it.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I thought I did share it. Lucia Harris. In the 1977 NBA draft, the New Orleans Jazz selected her. But she didn't play one game in the NBA. I think she was injured or some shenanigan like that. Something happened, but she never played one game in the NBA. Harris also spent. Hold on, let me see.
I didn't think she was going to be black, believe it or not.
for her freshman year. Delta, she led the Delta State to 16-2 record. The next year, however, national tournament. Okay, I'm trying to see where it went to when she got drafted at. But yeah, she definitely was drafted. Oh, she was drafted. So if you telling me that she got drafted, is it possible that another woman could be drafted?
By possible, I'm talking about at least 51% possibility. I'm not talking about 50-50. At least 51%.
You know why I'm gonna say it's a possibility? Because of the feminist movement.
I agree, though. That's the thing. I believe so.
That's what I think. That's why I think it would happen. And you're right. It's a skill game. But this is what I don't want to happen if that was to happen. I don't want her to be officiated differently than everybody else. If you're going to go into the NBA and play that sport, then you need to be officiated on even keel with everybody else in the league. No special privileges. Now, if you're telling me you could do that, then fine, I'm all for it. But if that can't happen, she's gonna be refereed differently. I want no parts because it's gonna ruin the game. That's gonna bring mad concessions and it's gonna bring a lot of politics into the game. And there's already some politics as it is. It's gonna bring even more politics, more women coming into the game, more special I just see it, not being for the better.
But you was okay with MJ. You was okay with MJ being officiated different, though.
You said I was okay with MJ being officiated different?
Because he definitely was.
No, I wasn't. But all the stars do get some type of special treatment, so to speak.
LeBron does not get that.
Where they get more calls. Yeah, LeBron don't. I will give you that. LeBron don't get those calls.
Shaq doesn't either.
LeBron, yeah, I was about to say LeBron got the Shaq thing going on where he was so much bigger and stronger than everybody else. He was officiated different. It doesn't make it right though. It doesn't make it right at all. But I didn't even like when James Harden was getting them ridiculous calls.
Well, he was using.
Yeah, he was. But notice how when they changed the rules, his game went to trash. His game started, basically going downhill because he relied on that.
Yeah, but are you saying he wasn't good?
What I'm saying is he was good as far as a triple-double threat, but overall, his shot selection was horrible. If you looked at his stats when he was scoring 30-something points and won the scoring title, if you look at the box scores, more than half of his points was coming from the free throw line. Don't get me wrong, I get it.
As many free throws as MJ.
That's what they said?
Nope. The average was like 8.7 to like 8.3. They basically averaged the same type of free throws. Just to let you know that.
I would see Harden at shooting like 15 23 throws a light.
Yes, 15. But I'm saying they averaged virtually the same free throws.
Yes, but Jordan didn't take, like, when you look, don't get me wrong, Jordan had bad shooting nights, but not like James Harden.
I dig it. I'm not like gonna argue
Harden.
that.
Yeah, not like James Harden. Don't like I said, you have many of players. Even Kobe Bryant would go through spells where he had bad shooting nights, but the free throws, pushed them over the edge, whatever. Hell, Shaq would probably be the leading scorer
in the world
of all time if he was able to make his free throws. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I think James Harden game predicated on the free throw line. Cause his shot, like, it was just bad shots, man. Like, it was terrible shots.
Yeah, but shots he practiced though. If you practicing it, is it really terrible? Because Steph Curry will take ridiculous shots, and it's like he practiced those,
but he makes them.
But that's what I'm saying, James.
On a regular.
Yeah. No, that's facts.
But don't get me wrong, James Harden, he may practice some and everything like that, and you may make them during practice, and of course you may make your hot streaks or whatever. But when I watched him play, for me, I just said, without the free throws, I don't see him being a dominant player. Like other players who went to the line, I still could see like, yo, they still can dominate, like as far as going to the lane, shooting perimeter shots.
You're
Like
right.
I saw it with James Harden. I just saw him relying on, I'm gonna go to the hoop and I'm gonna get this foul and throw up the shot however, and I'm gonna go to the line.
I'll take that.
But don't get me wrong, his step back threes though, when they went in, them things was sweet, yo.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Them things was sweet. I'm not saying James Harden was a bad player. I'm saying he had poor shot selections.
And I think that.
Him getting to the line made up for it. You could live with it because he was going to get his points at the line. That's what it was.
But they're gonna have to officiate a woman a little differently. Cause think about it, she backing it up. It's just gonna be like all day. I would just let her try, keep coming.
Dudes would want her to back up.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be all day. Like, yo, y'all wildin', fellas. You know it.
Yo. Soon as they call a foul and the player's like, yo, what's going on? All you see is a 10.
Word is bond all day.
Yeah.
I just stay there all day. Like, come on, man. For real. But they'd have to do it different. But I agree with you though. If they change the rules for her, it's gonna be, we're gonna go crazy.
Put it like this. I understand they'll probably call, more fouls to protect her. But if it gets astronomical and ridiculous, that's where I'll have the problem. Little changes here. Because I'm the same guy who was like, yo, women going into the police force, I felt like of course you got some women that are outliers that they can go through that training and it's nothing, but their body's not built to do that because they're supposed to bear children, and all that heavy lifting and all that stuff is not good for their body. So I was the guy who was like, yo, man, I think they should lower it, the standard. But somebody made a good point. They're like, yeah, but if I'm in a burning building, I want to know that she can securely get me out of the building like a man cop would. So
but I don't want to know that she's coming to save me though. No offense to women,
I get that. But if she is, I want you to pass the same test that a grown man did.
Oh, okay, you said lower it so she could get in there? No.
Yes, that's what I was saying. And somebody made that point and was like, so if she come to save you, you want her to have passed with the half of the workload that the men did? I was like, yeah, you got me on that one. So you got to put it test. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I concede. You got me. But yeah, minor changes, I'm cool with that. But when you're talking like an overhaul, yeah, that's where I'm like, the game is going to change, in a negative way, in my opinion.
Facts. And we'll end right there because the time is running. Yo, appreciate it talking to you, my boy.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciated it for real.
And I love the points. It gave me things to think about. So,
all right, that's what's up. Look, I told you it wasn't going to be a debate today. I wasn't going to go into the debate form or whatever. So just two brothers conversating.
That's politics.
It. Yes, sir. Definitely got to do this again. Definitely got to do it again.
Well, you have a good night. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yes. Peace everybody.